It's Mind and Body Monday on the Chalut Show. And in case you don't know, my favorite word in the dictionary is enthusiasm. And I've got Lara Marjerrison.
Close.
Shoot. Do it again. Lara
Marjerrison
is in studio today, and she is a Chief Enthusiasm Officer. My gorgeous creature, how are you? Good to see you.
Thank you. So great to be here.
So how does one become a Chief Enthusiasm Officer?
Well, it was a road through hell that got me there, frankly. So, it's amazing how you gain perspective when you go to the depths of those places and then sort of reinvent yourself and come back to life and created a certain enthusiasm for being here and sharing the good stuff with people.
So the reality is, if you don't mind me asking, is that you basically were in a ditch.
Yeah.
You were in a bad ditch, alcohol, drugs, wrong choices, and then you said, screw this, it's time to turn it around.
Absolutely.
So what happened?
Well, I was, just like you said, deep down in the hole. And I was living on the road with an ex and staying in, hotel room. He had a job that had us moving all around. And I was the princess. I always made sure there was a swimming pool and lots of great bottles of wine so that I could just sort of lounge throughout the day. And I had this shocking realization one afternoon that I was drunk every day by 4 in the afternoon. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I really need to get out of here, or I'm not going to get out of here.
Right.
And so I called a friend and I said, I don't know what to do. Right. And basically her response was, if all you need to get away is a place to come, then come and live with me. And so that was my exit that day. He came home at the end of the day and my bags were packed. I said, take me home and just, stay away. I got things I got to do. So that was the beginning of the steps back to health and back to reality.
So the reality choice was that you wanted to get into healthier living. You wanted to get into proper eating, and you became a vegan?
I did. Now, the reality choice in that moment was, I don't want to die.
Right.
So really, at that point, I had no idea what came next. I slept on her couch for 2 weeks until I woke up one morning to a note that said, I can take care of you. I'll be here for you emotionally, but I can't be here for you financially. So get your butt off my couch and go get a job. Right. And I still have it. I will probably frame it one day because I really credit her with saving my life. Like, I'm not sure what would have happened had she not given me that place to go. But while I was living there, as it turned out, this friend was and still is a vegan. So I began looking through her books and I sort of started to get this, from hardcore carnivore, my meat was practically still alive on the plate, to, wow, this is more than just carrot sticks and celery sticks. It's actually more interesting. There's more flavors available. So that's when the experimentation began, and I just started to feel better by eating better, and it sort of became a process of discovery and waking up.
I'm with Miss Lara. She is a Chief Enthusiasm Officer on the Chalut Show. She is going to tell us about her 3-point philosophy to turn things around and make better choices. We'll be right back after this. If you're just joining me on the Chalut Show, I'm with the Chief Enthusiasm Officer. I love her title. Her name is Lara Marjerrison. I said
close.
it wrong. Marjerrison.
Got it.
Yes!
Yes.
There you go.
Nice.
3 times.
Now, you have a 3-point philosophy that you believe that everyone should follow to turn their lives around and to be focused and healthy. Explain it, break it down. Where did it come from?
Okay, well, it came from just sort of experience, it's street smart, pick it up as you go kind of thing. But basically what I've come to learn throughout observing other people, myself, interacting with one another and so on, is the 3 things I think that are critical for our complete and total health and wellness is contact with nature, contact with art, and contact with one another. Okay, so and
like
nature
that.
for me encapsulates taking care of oneself. So nature meaning how we feed ourselves, how we are interacting with nature. Our food source comes from nature. And I think that we've now gotten so disconnected from that. There's kids out there that really think that chicken just comes in a styrofoam package. They don't know that it was ever an animal in the first place. There's a total disconnect from our food system. We've come to rely on scientists and media and, pyramid builders to tell us how to eat, which is ridiculous, really. I mean, we're animals. We know how to do this by nature. We've just gotten so disconnected
And chemicals.
from it. Yeah, ridiculous. Genetic
Enough.
modification, all of that.
Right.
So plugging back into our nature and nature itself, I think, is the first big step. And then beyond that, finding the piece of yourself that is your innate creative expression, even if that's mathematics or something that's sort of is viewed as very linear. We're innately creative, and we have a desire to creatively express ourselves. And I think that we're at our best when we're living out that desire and passion, and that opportunities arise when we follow that part of ourselves. And then, the money and the things that we need, of course, to pay the bills
all fall into place.
Exactly. And then, of course, as you know, we're all, I don't know about you, I'm a social media junkie. I spend tons and tons of hours on the computer.
Yep.
And
Sure
we're
do
doing
here.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're doing that to the demise of our human relationships, our human interactions. And I noticed that what if I spend too many days away from people, it's sort of, I'm an introvert, so I do like to be on my own, but we really need one another. We need community, and we need to have that sense of belonging somewhere. I think the art and the expression and the thing that we do creates our purpose, and then our purpose is meant to be shared, and we're meant to collaborate and support and, create something bigger than ourselves. And if those three things are in place, and we're tapped in and we're tuned into our that innate sort of sense of knowing and kind of weeding out the clutter and all of the chaos that gets fed to us from the external world, then that results in total health and wellness.
And it really boils down to taking care of number one.
Absolutely.
And number one is you.
Absolutely. I believe, and I say this in every class that I teach, the single most responsible thing that you can do is take care of yourself first. So if you are healthy, you're nurturing a healthy body, you've got healthy brain chemicals going on, you got serotonin and dopamine, and all of the hormones are in balance the way they're meant to be. You are then available in a positive way for your children, for your family, for the people that you work for. You've got the strength to, exercise. You can go and give back in your community. If you're sick, you can't do any of those things. You could become a burden on all of those people around you. So it's the most important thing to do. It's not selfish, it's selfless to start there. And then, sustainability, then it becomes the ripple effect. Then you can have an impact on the people around you, and it's really endless at that point. It just keeps going.
Lara, I love your guts.
Thank you.
So much fun to have you on the show today.
I love your guts too.
Now, so if people want to take things to the next level, you are available because you are a health and wellness coach.
Absolutely.
How do they get a hold of you?
Email is probably the best way.
Right.
So my email address is couragechoicechange@gmail.com. I'm sort of in a branding transition phase. So the best place to reach me is that email address. So all one word, couragechoicechange@gmail.com. They could phone me. I don't know if I should give them my phone number. Can I do that? Maybe we'll stick with email.
We'll stick with email.
That could get weird.
Yeah, we'll stick with email. That's
Okay.
perfect. Now, you're going to be at the art show on February 21st.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you there.
For sure.
And are you going to come back on our show?
I would love to.
I love it. She is a health and wellness coach. She is also the Chief Enthusiasm Officer. Her name is Miss Lara, and her last name is pronounced?
Marjerrison.
Marjerrison. Mike Chalut, get it right. Thanks so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Love your guts, girl.
Great to be here.
Cheers.
Cheers.